Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. Now as we know, Vasiliy Lomachenko made quite a few excuses after his loss to Teofimo Lopez, and it was a hard loss to take because there was a lot of emotional stuff invested in this fight for Vasiliy Lomachenko, especially the build up and even that final face-off where he broke social distancing just so he could get up close to Teofimo Lopez. So there was a lot invested in this fight for Vasiliy Lomachenko, maybe more so than any other fight in his career, and maybe that's what Teofimo Lopez wanted, but still, there have been excuses, and the judges were biased. One translation even got it wrong, saying that he thought the judges were bribed. Apparently, that's not true. Vasiliy Lomachenko apparently said something like that, but apparently that's not what it is. Lomachenko has now come out and said he did not believe that. What he believed is that the judges were biased, not bribed. So, Bob Arum has nonetheless come out and spoken about this, and this is what he had to say about those claims. They were as stupid as the comments Wilder made about Fury. Those comments were completely out of line from Lomachenko, and when I talk to him, I will tell him. So there we go, that is what Bob Arum has had to say about this situation, and obviously they are ridiculous comments. I mean, the judges did have it wider than I believed it was. I thought that Teofimo Lopez won, but the margin by which he won was a bit wide, but still, the right man won on the night, and that is the most important thing. Rematch? Yeah, a rematch would be a great fight, but at the moment I don't see Teofimo Lopez taking that fight. There was no rematch clause, which there should have been for a fighter like Lomachenko. I mean, that's usually standard procedure for fighters like that. They have a rematch clause because they have so much on the line. Anthony Joshua does it, Canelo does it. All the top fighters have a rematch clauses in their contract, especially when they are putting that much on the line. So the reason why Lomachenko didn't would be quite an interesting question, but obviously he did lose and he doesn't have that rematch clause, so he doesn't have to fight him, does it, Teofimo Lopez? Now, obviously Lomachenko has a decision to make. Does he want to try and pursue that fight even though he's probably not going to get it, or move back down and wait? Because size was a big factor in that fight. It wasn't what won it for Teofimo Lopez because there was more involved. And I think that Teofimo Lopez executed a perfect game plan in order to beat Lomachenko, so it wasn't down to that. But obviously Lomachenko has lost to the better man on the night, and that's difficult for him to take. That is where the excuses stem from. That is where all of what Lomachenko has said after the fight, saying that he got a draw actually, and it wasn't a loss for him. He believes he got a draw. To start with, he thought he won the fight. Then recently he has come out and said that it was probably a draw. So, I mean, you could give it close in my opinion. It was a close fight, but still Teofimo Lopez won the fight. That's just the way it is, and Lomachenko can't seem to accept that. The problem with that is he cannot move on. So if he's still caught up on that, how does he expect to improve next time? I mean, I know he's mid-30s now and maybe isn't going to get any better. It's not just about that. It's certain things that he can adjust in a potential rematch. If he's still caught up on the first fight thinking he'd done enough, then how's he going to expect to do anything different? Because at the end of the day, now, there's nothing he can do. He can't change the result. He can't change what happened in the fight. The only thing he can do is learn from it and put those things into motion going forwards. It's not easy, of course, when you think you've won a fight, or you think this was the reason, or that was the reason. But at the end of the day, you have to move on because he cannot change that now. The only thing he can do is put those things into motion going forwards in his career. Learn from it, take things from it, because back then he didn't know, now he does. And that is the thing when fighters, or anyone really, who looks back over things and starts ruminating about it, and thinking we could have done this different, we could have done that different, or this shouldn't have happened, this should have happened. The thing is, you didn't know then, you know now. You only know now because of the experience, so seeing that as a negative experience is probably the wrong way to look at it, because seeing it as a negative experience is only a choice, because obviously you can take the positives from it and use them going forwards. That is what fighters can do. That is what Anthony Joshua done when he lost to Andy Ruiz Jr. That is what Deontay Wilder did not do when he lost to Tyson Fury. That is what Lomachenko is not doing, having lost to Teofimo Lopez. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I would love to see Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko too. That would be a great fight. The first one was brilliant. So entertaining, so interesting. What Lomachenko was trying to do, what Teofimo Lopez was also doing, how he broke it down and kept it simple, even though it's not, but that's what he done to keep it simple, in there with Lomachenko, and it worked. He broke things down bit by bit, and it was an incredible game plan executed brilliantly by Teofimo Lopez. So guys, anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Obviously, Bob Arum has now come out and said that those comments and excuses are just as ridiculous as the ones that Deontay Wilder made after losing to Tyson Fury. I think that maybe that is on a different level, because that was just ridiculous. But these ones, you don't need excuses after a fight like that. There was the shoulder injury, of course, from Lomachenko, and we know that. But still, give the guy credit. He won. He was the better man on the night. That is the way I think that Lomachenko can move forwards, especially considering he's a legend and what he has achieved in the sport. Guys, anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below, leave a thumbs up, and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.